party out for me. Hello, everybody. I'm here. Okay, let me just let everybody know I'm here. I was sleeping pretty good. Technical difficulties, my alarm clock didn't go off. Hi, Catherine Kovacs. Good morning, Tammy. Hi, everybody. Why is it? Okay, I'll get some people in here first. Let me share it. Hi, Rick Morrow. Good morning, Deirdre. Let me just finish sharing this and see who we got on. Okay, Christina. No, it wasn't good sleep. It was very interrupted sleep last night. But why is it when it's really cold, we sleep so good? I don't get that. I was like so cold this morning. I was pulling up the covers all around me, and I woke up probably about 3:30. It was probably 3:33, and I was really cold. So I pulled more covers up on me, and I was sleeping so good. And my alarm did not go off. It was set. I always set it for 2 times, like right together, and it didn't go off. I don't know what was going on with my phone. But anyway, I'm here in divine time because you all sent the search party out for me. You were looking for me. So thank you. Thank you for caring. Let's see who else here. Linda Lemieux. Good morning, sweetie. Catherine, Josie. I love you so much. Isabel, thanks for being here. And Stacy, good morning, all. Yeah, it was one of those mornings. I think you all woke me up. I really do. It was like I knew that somebody was waiting for something. When you're in that dream state and you're like, what are they waiting for? Like, okay, silly, open your eyes, look and see what time it is. And I'm going, no, it can't be that time. Sally, there I am. Yeah, thank you all for sending out the SOS. Where's Terry? I'm here. Hi, Julie Kiss. Oh, Catherine, I'm sorry you hurt your ankle. And Christina, I'll let you have the driveway alarm my hubby installed 4 times through the night for deer and leaves falling. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I need a dog or something to come wake me up, lick me on the face. Deirdre, you had to go out and come back to see us. Do I have it going live everywhere? Yeah, I guess I do. I'm sorry. But there you are, and you found us too. So good morning. Oh, thank you, Josie. I talked to Tiffany yesterday for about an hour. I miss all of you so much. It was so good to see her on FaceTime. And y'all can call me anytime. You got my phone number. So anyway, yesterday was such an amazing day. We did the land blessing. So Unity Stone has found her spot on a mountain in Allen Spark, Colorado. That's where she is residing now. It's a beautiful, beautiful place full of aspen trees. It's just gorgeous. So the land where she's at is private land. There won't be a lot of foot traffic. so she'll have a peaceful place to do her work. She is there, and already we felt it. We felt her starting to communicate. I have to tell you all the story. It was just amazing. So the angels told us that they were there. They were doing their thing and activating the stone. And as soon as there was stillness, this wind came up. It was just so profound. It had not been windy at all. There'd been no wind. We were just there. The trees were still. In fact, I don't even know how the wind came because all the trees, they didn't have any leaves on them. All the leaves had fallen off. But all of a sudden, there was wind and this breeze that came in, and we're like, hello, angels. So then at the end, there was a lady that wanted to sing a song that I don't know if she wrote it or it was just a song that was in her head. And it was about our Earth Mother. So she started singing her song, and the same thing, this breeze came through, and we all got chills because we knew that the angels were like taking the words of her song and just filling us all up with this beautiful energy of, wow, spirit was really there in a big, big way. Everybody felt it. But how I found the place, so the land is really big. So we're all walking around. They're saying, okay, just go find, that spot. Because I'd already told them there were things to look for, like the heart, right? The heart, the peace sign, children, which there were no children there. So I'm like, okay, God, how am I supposed to find children? There's nothing out here. And animals. So I started walking on this big piece of land. There was a frozen pond that was so beautiful. And I walked by the pond and I walked all the way to the edge of the land where there was like a little sunk in place, like it had just sunk into the ground. And I'm standing there just looking and feeling around. And I found this perfect peace sign that this tree had made that was coming up out of the ground, actually, where it had sunk in. And it was this tree branch that went two ways and it made a peace sign. And I said, okay, there's one, right? I always look for all the signs, like there's one sign. So I knew that we were in the right place. It felt right. So I knew that's where we were supposed to be, but it was like, it's a big piece of land. Where on this piece of land do we go? So found the peace sign right away. And then I said, okay, I don't think I'm supposed to go down into that hole. So I'm just I know it's here somewhere close by. So I kept walking. And as I walked along, I kept seeing saplings, the little baby trees that were just popping up out of the ground. And it hit me, not at that moment, that I kept looking at them. And I was even taking pictures of them with my camera. It hit me that those are the children. It doesn't have to be human children. Those were the little baby tree children. So we had the youth, we had the peace sign, and I'm going, okay, I was standing there just looking out over this field, and it was right at the side of the mountain. And I felt eyes on me. And I told Ruth, even she came up to ask me something. And I said, I feel like we're being watched. There's eyes on us. And I would look up at the mountain and I didn't see any movement, but I just could feel that there was movement there. And there were fish in the pond where the part that wasn't frozen. So we had some wildlife going on there. And then the last one was, let's see, we had the heart. So when Ruth came up, yeah, baby Groots. When Ruth came up to me, she was holding her phone up with her camera, her picture open. She had taken the picture of a heart. So we had everything that all the signs that the angels give us, that that's where they want the land blessing to be, because it's full of love. That's what it's all about, is love and peace. So there's the heart, the peace sign, and it's for our future. So there's always children, or in this case, baby trees, and then the animals, because this is for them as well, walking on Mother Earth. So we had all the elements, and I'm like, okay, now to where is the exact spot, right? So I keep walking, and I walk into this one area, and I couldn't get out because all the tree branches were intersecting. They made a perfect circle except for where I had walked into it. And I looked around and I'm going, I can't get out of here. This is it. This is where I'm supposed to be. I have come to the end of where I'm supposed to walk to find it. And so that's where we did the land blessing. It was enclosed in a circle with the tree limbs all intersecting. I mean, you had to be like 1 foot tall or shorter to walk under where the limbs were intersecting. They didn't all the way come all the way to touch the ground, but that's how low on the ground it was, where people would not be able just to walk through that area. It was a protected area. So that's where we did the land blessing, and the angels were very, very present. I read all of your beautiful words, all of the messages that people had written. The landowner and his wife had written a message, and they were so excited that we were doing ceremony there on their land. That was the spot that was representing all of Colorado to send out that beautiful energy. So it was just amazing. And then Ruth took me a different way, going back down the mountain. And at one place, we saw a whole herd of elk. They were just out in this clearing. I think I got one of them walking on the road, crossing the road. I took a picture of that. So there were animals. I haven't seen so many animals out in the wild. So that was a big indication that this blessing already has started working. And I think it was one of the ladies that was there. We had 5 people in the audience live watching it. I think one of them had said that as soon as the other stones connected, they're like, when you put that last stone in to go in and connect them with the other states, they felt the energy. They could feel it where they were. They were about probably 8 feet away from me, just sitting around in the grass. They actually felt the energy when that stone connected, of it traveling through the earth. Just amazing. It was such an awesome experience. I really wish there had been Wi-Fi so it could have been broadcast live, but there wasn't any. But thank God it recorded well. It uploaded easily to YouTube. Normally, if I upload a video of that length, it takes it hours. This one was uploaded within probably half an hour. And I got it to you all so we could all enjoy that beautiful time together, the messages together. And the song at the end, what did you all think? That really touched my heart, the song that she sang. And when she sang it, I know the song, it's about our Earth Mother, but when she started singing it and she's going, Holy Mother, I felt Divine Mother come through. Mother Mary was there in a big way yesterday. She was there holding the energy with the Divine Feminine. And it's time, isn't it? It's time for that Divine Feminine to really bring our earth back to peace, to help bring that love to each other, because that's what peace is all about. It's seeing each other and honoring and respecting and loving each other. And the more we do that in this world, the more that peace is going to come through in a big way for us. I am so excited that this Colorado one has been done, because the stones that connected with it were from Michigan. I brought one of the lightning stones with me, Sally. So Michigan, New York, Maryland, all of Pennsylvania, everywhere I had been, I had different stones from those states. So all of those went into the ground with unity, and you could feel it. It was so strong. We connected from the East Coast all the way to Colorado. And now all of that underground communication that happens, it's that positive energy that we've all put into it. Oh, yours wouldn't work, Stacy. Hmm. Um, Maybe try to reboot and see if it will work. Because I think, did all of you watch, or some of you got to watch all of it? Okay, we got Marianne on here. And Deirdre, naked trees upset you. Yeah, they seem like they're missing something, don't they? When their leaves are gone, we know that there's something that's supposed to be on there, but it's the cycle of life. Just like anything, it doesn't last forever. And there are some trees that get to keep what they've got, but most of them, especially up here in the cold, they're going to shed their leaves and get new ones then in the spring. It's all of that renewal process that happens. So they're beautiful either way. They're beautiful with their leaves and they're beautiful without their leaves. They're just the aspen trees amaze me. They just absolutely amaze me. I've taken probably hundreds of pictures of these aspen trees here because they have such personality. I love the eyes, and I didn't realize, and neither did Ruth, and Ruth lives here. We didn't realize that the new growth, the new limbs come out of those eyes. I didn't know what that was. I just knew it was different. It was weird looking, and beautiful at the same time. But as we were walking on this ground, on this land, we saw some of the new branches that had come out where the eyes were. So if you didn't know that, that's what happens. Those weird looking spots that come out on the aspen that look like an eye, that's new growth that's coming out of limbs that come out of them. Good morning, Kathy Hand. Who else didn't I say good morning to? Our beautiful Hope is here. Good afternoon, Hope. And Darren DiLorenzo, thank you for being with us this morning. And Deirdre said the land blessing was awesome. So obviously it did play okay. So Stacy, maybe try that again and see if it'll work for you. Christina just got a flash of happy underground mushrooms helping us spread the word of peace as part of Earth's grid. That's exactly what's going on. Exactly. Because there is a communication process that happens underground. Christina, you've talked about this many times about how the tree roots communicate with each other. A tree in one place can exhibit the same things as a tree miles and miles away. They talk to each other through the roots underground. The rocks talk to each other. The elementals, all of the little fairies and gnomes and everything that's right under the ground that's helping us here on this earth plane, they all communicate. So we know now that this energy that was placed in there. Oh, the other thing that I placed in, I did put a gratitude card in there. So this went into the ground to tell our Earth Mother, I am so grateful for you. I'm so grateful to be here walking on your back. I'm grateful for all that you provide to us. You provide what we need. You help us to be able to feed ourselves with the food that grows down in the earth and all of the trees that provide shade and a place to live. Thank you. I'm so grateful for you. And that was the huge message that went into that stone and into that place in the ground. We are so grateful for you, and we bless you and honor you. And then I put in angelic and then an angelic gem. And if you're not familiar with what that is, it looks like this. It's just a green glass gem that has been infused with angel energy. Archangel Raphael is the one that brought that forward and infused the energy in it. So I put in one of those in with the other stones and an activator stone to bring the energy forward. So it's full of good energy there. And I feel so good today. And I've got chills. I just feel so good knowing that it has already begun, that journey of the energy has already begun underground. The trees are carrying the message, the rocks, everything that's under the ground is carrying that message through to the other states and the other areas of Colorado to help our animals, help our wildlife, our nature, our waterways. It was just amazing. So thank you all. Thank you for being on this journey, for really all the energy that you put in there. It's all being sent out. So just know you have a piece of you in there. You have your words going out throughout the land, the words of and prayers of blessings and peace and wishes for a better world. Thank you for doing that. Prachir is here. Good morning, Prachir. Namaste. We had a wonderful puja and rituals today at Haridwar. Good. I'm so glad to hear that. For those of you that don't know, Prachir and Prachetta have traveled to Haridwar and are doing rituals, I think, in preparation for the ceremony for their mom who passed in March. And we're so happy that you're there and that you're doing that. Thank you. Thank you for honoring your mom in that way. Good morning, Lillian. And Sally says, our trees are almost naked, or almost all naked now. But with this comes our view of the river by our house. When the leaves are present, the view disappears. Yeah, there's beauty in everything, and there's a purpose in everything. So when the trees lose their leaves, we all know that there's something that's going to be beautiful about it. I love when the limbs get frozen icicles on them, like when it either rains or snows, and then it melts, but it's still so cold and it freezes them into this glittery, icy branch. It's so gorgeous to look at, and especially when the sun hits it. Christina asks, aren't aspens actually all part of one tree? They're interesting trees for sure. They're like clusters, Christina. So you can see like a lot of aspen all in one place. That's all coming from one seed, whatever that starts out as in the ground. It all grows up and spreads out. So yeah, they are all connected as one. They are a unit. So I think that's very significant also, that the place where Unity found her home is right in a cluster of those aspen trees. They all were in, I'm serious, I hope you can see it on the video. They're all like circling around. It's not in a straight line, they're in a circle, and they put their branches together, interconnecting, and so beautiful. So that was one unit where Unity went in the ground. And it was so cool. I took some pictures that I haven't posted yet. I had to get them off of my camera and get them uploaded. But when I dug the hole in the ground, I didn't like disturb a lot of ground. I just dug straight down into the ground and opened up a hole big enough to hold whatever was going in there. And then when everything was in, all the prayers and the stones, the tobacco went in there first. And I'm looking at it and I'm taking the picture, and Ruth was with me, and I said, you know what? It looks like a bird's nest, because there was like all of these straw hay type of energy around it. and it looked like a bird's nest with eggs inside. The stones were the eggs. And I said, they're going to produce, those eggs are going to produce energy from them. So we covered it up. I've got pictures that I'll share. I've already uploaded them to my computer. So I can share those pictures where it looks like a bird's nest. And so now it's ready to hatch out the beautiful messages. They're just going to go out far and wide. And thank you. Thank you to everyone who lent your voice to bring that energy forward. Cheer says, we'll watch the Lamb Blessing tonight. Awesome. Oh, it's Prachetta. You're using your mom's account. Okay. Prachir is sleeping. He sat through the 6-hour rituals. Wow, that's a lot. It's a long time to sit still and do ritual for sure. Kathy says, I'm grateful you added a little piece of all of our messages. Yeah, all of your messages are traveling. I have them all written out so nothing is lost, and it'll all go in the book that's being written about this journey, our journey. We'll have everything documented, all of the land blessings, everything that the angels said, all the messages they gave will all be in the book. And if those of you that have had your picture taken, we'll put those in the book with your permission to do so. And Lily says, we'll see the land blessing later. Sorry, couldn't because I had a migraine last night. That's fine, Lily. It's always there for the replay, and it's on YouTube. So if you want to watch it, just go to YouTube and watch it. It's there also at Enlightened World Network and on Angel Speakers. I put it on both YouTubes. Bruchetta says, ma'am, according to Hindu tradition, we bid goodbye to our mom. Today, as per Hindu tradition, she became the god of our house, from spirit world to a heavenly deity. How beautiful is that? Your mom I feel her energy glowing. It's just absolutely glowing. And she's so proud of you and Prachir. Thank you for honoring your mother in that way. Good morning to Mohammed from Malaysia. Thank you for joining us today. And Carol Allen, good morning to you, Carol Allen. You watched the Lamb Blessing this morning. Thank you, Carol. And thank you for your words that went into the ground with the Unity Stone. Yeah, I love the pictures that we took there. You know, Ruth actually took one picture with my cell phone of the frozen lake. There were, I think, 3 rainbows in that one picture. So I can't wait to share that with you as well. Last night was an interesting night. I was listening to David Wilcock on YouTube. So I didn't get any of the stuff done, any of the uploads done that I wanted to with photos. And I've got a blog running around in my head. I have to get that out today. But I was listening to David Wilcock to do some research because, ta-da, Ruth and I are writing a book together. And this just happened. It just came out yesterday while we were on our way to the land blessing, actually, and all the way back from the land blessing. So for over 2 hours, we figured out what Spirit was saying, how they want us to proceed with presenting information about dimensions. It will be a book about intersecting worlds. How on some dimensions we may be doing something, and on another dimension we're doing something else. And then all of a sudden, those dimensions start to intersect. So I think it's going to be called When Worlds Intersect, something along that line. And it will be coming out. It's coming together pretty fast, actually. We have a lot of a copy already. And we're just going to be putting that out pretty soon. I don't know if it will happen by the end of this year, but it definitely is a book that will be coming forth with very interesting information for you to ponder and think about as we put that energy forth. I've been teaching about dimensions for years. It was one of the first speeches that I gave was about dimensions and understanding them. I did a lot of research before I even understood it myself. I knew about it since I was a child that this isn't the only experience right here that's right in front of us. There are other dimensions where we are having experiences as well. So that's what our book is about, is those intersecting moments when the other experiences we're having all come together and we have little flashes of that. So I'm really, really excited. Kathy Hand, excuse me, my book called Time Heals has a lot of information about angels because they work very closely with that energy healing modality, as you have experienced when I do the group healings. When you work with that modality, you work with the angels to bring the energy in, and they're the ones that open up the chakras and help clear out and balance your chakras. So there it is in my book called Time Heals, which is on Amazon. And I did a lot of research also on angels that I wasn't very familiar with. There are many, many angels, and I'm going to be teaching an angel a week starting tomorrow night at 6 o'clock. Okay, who else we have? We have Sally says, Prachetta, I love your culture and how much you teach us. No, right? I love learning. I say that so much. We never stop learning. We never stop learning because we learn through our experiences. We learn through interacting with others that we're here with. And it's just an ongoing process. Nobody is an expert at everything, but we all have experiences where we can share those with others to open up more. I call it the breadcrumbs. You open up one thing and it's like, oh, let's follow that. Let's follow that thought. Let's follow that process and see where it takes us. And maybe somebody else has had some experience in that area. That's why I like to watch some of the people like David Wilcock and Corey Holm, and the ones that really have brought out this information for us, and they've done their research. They've gone out to these places where the vortexes of energy are, and so now they're able to teach us from what they have seen, what they have heard themselves, what they've opened up to, and let their mind go to the possibilities. That's when we learn the most. It's like, what is possible? What is it that I'm supposed to be seeing or hearing right now? I think that's why we love this show and any of the shows that teach. Like Sally teaches us so much. When she does even card readings, we learn a lot just from that. So we're always, always listening and saying, our brain saying, okay, now I need to understand it. Now I need to pick it apart and see how that fits in with me. And is there a belief system that I need to look at? Like, even if we think about UFOs or alien extraterrestrial life, sometimes there's a belief system that says, no, that's not real, that's fiction. So we have to look at that and say, wow, a lot of people are seeing this. What do I think now? Can I open up to the possibility of it now? So that's how we learn. That's how we grow. And as we were figuring out our book that's coming forth, and we knew we were going to talk about the dimensions, we were going to talk about alternate realities. We're like, well, why are we supposed to be writing this book? We hear the message that to write it, we hear it very clearly, but what's the purpose of the book? I think anytime there's a book that's written, there's a purpose behind it. It's not just to write a book. It's, even fiction, there's a purpose behind it. So as we examine that and we're asking the question, what is the purpose of our book? And the purpose is to expand our growth as spiritual beings, to, as we have these human experiences, that's what we're doing. We're expanding ourselves and growing spiritually through the human experience. So if part of our human experience right now is we're seeing other worlds, we're seeing ourselves not just in one dimension, but in other dimensions, having an experience as well, then the purpose of sharing that with people is to have you expand and look at, okay, how do I believe about that situation? What do I believe? And can I expand my brain and my thinking and my belief system to allow that thought in? So some great stuff to think about. We have pages and pages and pages already. So just so you're aware that that book will be coming forth. So actually I'm working on 3 books at the same time. Yeah, it's a little busy in my head right now. But it's all good. It's all good. It's all going to flow and come out in divine timing. And speaking of timing, I know it was late this morning, but it's time to put in any prayer requests that you might have. And thank you for being here. Thank you for sending out the troops to pull me in here. I felt it. Isn't that beautiful how energy works? I felt you all calling me to turn on the computer, Teri, and come on and say good morning so we can say good morning to everyone. And I love that connection. I love that it happened, and thank you. Thank you for always, always connecting with each other. And oh, Prachetta, you are so beautiful. She says at Hardwar in front of the holy Ganje, and I know I said that wrong, Ganje, we prayed that one day my angelic river family will all be together. Yes, that would be a miracle, wouldn't it? For all of us to come together in one place and to have that huge celebration with each other. It'll happen. I think it will happen. And let's just hold out for that miracle, hold out the energy of it happening, and really feel it in your heart that it happened, and know that on some level it is happening. We're all gathered together in one place. Yes, Kathy, I have to agree with you. When I saw how late I was going to be because my alarm didn't go off, I thought, okay, do I do the show? Because I'm very, very late. And then on my phone, the messages were coming in. Is there a show today? Where is everybody? I can't find it. So that was my little message from the Spirit. Yes, you are doing the show today. And people are ready to come on and see their family members and do a check-in, seeing that everyone's okay, which I'm hoping everyone is okay. Sally, how is our Tony doing this morning? I'm hoping she does good with her health. And I wanted to give you good news. I think all of us are aware that Ruth's mom was diagnosed with COVID. She had been running a slight fever. It hadn't broken 100 yet. It was 99 something. And she had some chills. She had some of the symptoms, but not a lot of the symptoms of COVID. So yesterday, she got the report that she didn't have a fever. Her fever had broken and she was doing well. She was up out of her bed and feeling much stronger. But we still need to keep her lifted up. the place that she is at is a memory care facility because she has dementia. And over half of the people in that facility were diagnosed with COVID. So there's like 50 something people in that facility. They're all older and their systems are frail. There's some in their 90s that are in there. So, yes, I'm so grateful that her symptoms have abated and she's not feeling bad. So we're keeping an eye on her every day. Ruth is getting the report of how she's doing, but she has fallen a few times. So let's lift her up for whatever is going on to cause that imbalance. And hopefully she'll work, she'll wade this out and not get any more symptoms from COVID. And I've really, my heart goes out to Ruth because she can't go see her mom. She can see her through the window where she is, but she can't go in and see her with her own eyes, how she's doing, or touch her hand or anything at all. That's got to be so hard. So please keep Ruth lifted up in your prayers. Oh, Kathy, I love your comment. Kathy says, weekends can start a little later. It's nice to sleep in a bit. I don't know what that feels like, Kathy. I have not slept in since March. So I really don't know what sleeping in is like. But I tell you what, when it's cold, and it's cold here right now, we're getting ready for snow. So it's a little chilly. You just want to snuggle under those covers, don't you? I mean, even last night, as I was watching some YouTube videos, I'm like, I just want to snuggle under the cover to watch this because there's heat here, but I don't do well with heat inside unless it's freezing outside. So I just covered up and watched the videos. All right, let's see what our prayers are. Kathy says, I need prayers for my family because my son's girlfriend, Courtney, tested positive for COVID. Please ask the angels for our protection. Absolutely. Absolutely, Kathy. We will do that. We'll put your son and all of your family in that circle of prayer today. Isabel, prayers for all of us to grow in light, health, love, joy, and abundance. I love that. Thank you. Marianne, I'm so glad you're with us this morning. We miss you. We were talking about it last night on our chanting group. We miss our Marianne. You just add so much energy everywhere you go. And Marianne, I hope you didn't get any of that storm that's raging, Hurricane Eta, who I think is back up to a hurricane now. So let's keep all of South Florida in our prayers and any of our family members that are there. And Jennifer Langren is in South Florida. Our Marietta is in the Keys. Isabel, Linda, you all are in Florida. And Stacy, you're on the coast. So let's keep all of our Florida folk lifted up today. Lillian is asking prayers for her mother, for her son Michael, that's on the road driving his big truck, her grandson Gabriel, for herself and for everyone here, for your safety and good health, that's me, for prayers for Mother Earth, for all in need around the world, and for my man that's on his way home from a long drive from West Norway to East. He certainly will. And Christina says, right, I hardly sleep in anymore because of Morning Cuppa. Well, I tell you, my sister Billy, I think, watches us from under the covers. So she just takes her phone in with her or her iPad and watches us while she's resting in the morning with her little doggie. Oh, yeah, we miss you, Marianne. Come on with us whenever you can. Just jump into the Zoom. And Marietta, thank you for your prayers. Oh, Marietta, we think of you every day, honey. We love you so much. You're such a teacher for us. And thank you for that. And this coming week, I'm going to start it back studying myself. I'm going to be studying A Course in Miracles that is being taught by by Marbeth Dunn is going to be teaching. It's only a five-week course, but I've studied the course for about 35 years now. I just haven't really inundated myself with its energy. I watched a movie the other day called The Secret, and it's about the law of attraction, which the documentary The Secret was all about. And it was very interesting how sometimes we forget that the way to manifest is to really hold the energy inside and know for a fact that it's coming in. And I remember one part of that movie, the guy had asked somebody, she was getting ready, she was studying actually in school, and she wanted to be a lawyer. And he asked her a question. He asked her, can you see yourself being a lawyer? And she thought about it for a minute, and then she said, yeah, I can. And he goes, I can too. And I think that right there, that is the secret. When you can see yourself living your path, when you can see yourself doing that which is really in your heart, it's your passion in your heart. And then you can envision that, just like our Marietta envisioned herself on her boat. I was there with Marietta when she was drawing it out, sketching it out. I see this boat. I see myself on this boat. And guess what? She has her boat. When you can see yourself doing that which you know is your path to do, you're there. You are there to manifest that. Hold it in your heart, whether it's your perfect health, your happiness, something that you want to experience in life, something you want to bring to you, like a new car, a better car, a house to live in, a job, whatever it might be that you want to manifest. The secret is to see yourself with that or doing that or in that. That is the secret. And then it manifests. So if you get a chance to watch that movie, I think it's on Amazon. It's called The Secret, and I can't remember, it's got a subtitle, but it's a really good movie showing the law of attraction in working. so, so look it up. Sally says Tony is better. We did self-care last night with massages and both feel a lot better. Yay! And Kathy says, I like having a cup of coffee while watching Cuppa. Oh, me too. But I started this morning routine that Hope has me on with the rain food, the seed food, and it makes a big difference. It makes a big difference because I am so healthy right now. I have absolutely no pain. I have nothing going on um, as far as anything physical that's hurting or feeling bad. My energy is good. So I have my cuppa about an hour after I have the seed food, and it's working well for me. And I'm so, so, so grateful to Hope for putting me on this routine of health as I'm traveling and going about our journey. Frachetta says, especially praying for my beautiful fairy Teri ma'am today to always be very happy and strong. Ma'am, thanks for being there for all of us. For cheering, I love you so much. Really indebted. Prayers for each and every one, and love you very much. Love you, honey. And Isabel says, sometimes I fall asleep. My body needs it. Yeah. Okay, so thank you all for placing the prayers in. Any prayers that you wanted to say? Let's just do a connection right now this morning. It won't be long. It'll be just a very short breathing in the energy. We've all been lifted up by words from others, by the beautiful energy of the land blessing, by some resolution with the election that happened here in the United States. And we do have um, a lot more information than what we had. We were kind of in limbo, and now it feels like we're not in limbo anymore. It feels like we can exhale right now. So let's do some exhaling. Kathy, you're missing Suzanne. Yeah, Suzanne is not here this morning. And who else? There's a few people that normally are here and they're not on with us. So lifting up those that are not here this Sunday morning and sending an energy of peace to them. So let's do a connection. Just take a breath into your heart center. Let's all remember a moment of joy. That's where Spirit wants us to go today. Just feeling and holding in a moment of joy. Maybe it was something that happened that was humorous and you were able to just have a deep belly laugh. Maybe you just smiled at a beautiful sunset or a sunrise. Or maybe there were children playing and you're just watching them in their innocence. Whatever it was that brought that happiness up inside of you, that made you just beam and say, this is what life is all about. Because it is. Life is to be enjoyed. We are here in this human experience to learn, to grow, to come back home to our oneness with each other. Our soul is growing. Our spiritual bodies are expanding. We're understanding more about contrast. We're understanding more about compassion. Our beautiful Kuan Yin brings that energy through for us. When we send out a prayer, we ask for something for a loved one, we're showing compassion. When we're asking for ourselves, we're showing compassion for ourselves. And when we understand fully that message of compassion, when we think outside of ourselves and put others out there to really focus our love energy to them, we have more soul expansion, more soul evolution. That's what we're doing. We're all evolving. Some at a slower pace, some are just opening up to what's going on with your spiritual body. Maybe you've been so focused on just surviving in that human body, doing the things that are needed to survive, gathering finances, focusing on nutrition, focusing on family life, relationships. And that's great. We have to do that in this human body. But we're here for a higher purpose. We're here for so much more than survival. We are here to evolve as spirit beings. We're here for each other. And we are each other. It's a hard concept sometimes to feel into the oneness, to know that we're all the same. But remember the information about the aspen trees. It's all one. They may look different. One of them may be skinnier than the others. One may have more leaves. One may have more of the openings for the branches to come through that are known as eyes. So they look a little different, but they're all one. They all came from exactly the same place. And that's how we are. We all came from the same place. We're all one, but we grew into these human bodies to have an experience for that one, to understand each other more in our oneness and in our individuality. So, as one of us is experiencing joy, we're experiencing the beauty of life, of nature, of children, of relationships. There may be another that's experiencing struggle, experiencing challenge, experiencing physical pain or emotional pain. But it's still the oneness that's experiencing that whole spectrum. Let's feel into that right now. Let's feel into our one self right now, not our branches, not the bodies that look a little different, some skinnier, some with pain, some with different experiences than the others. We're all one, so let's feel the oneness that all of these human bodies are going through something for the oneness to understand it. And when we come together like this, when we gather our energies together, we really understand that more. And that's our evolution. That's our spiritual evolution that we're going through. Isn't that beautiful? Feel it in your heart. Feel how your soul just took a big leap right now. How it said yes to that message. If you get that, if you get the oneness, you're understanding it a little more fully. You're understanding how we can be a separate individual, but still part of the oneness. Just type yes into the comments. If you're starting to grasp this concept, just type yes. Or maybe you're even more advanced and you're teaching this concept to others. That's so beautiful. Thank you for doing that. But just say yes if you have that understanding that we are all one. There really is no separation. The only separation is for us to experience our unique experiences that bring us more understanding to the oneness. That's why I can say without a doubt, with perfect certainty, I am not alone. You are not alone. You are me and I am you. And we embrace each other in what we're going through in these human experiences because we understand it on that level of oneness. We get it. We get that when your family member is hurting, that's our family member. That's why these prayers are so important, because you're having that experience. Share it with us. Share the burdens, share the joys, so that in our oneness, we really, really get it and we know it and we're experiencing it too. So we lift up every experience you're having. We experience the thrill, the beauty, the glory of joy. And we experience the sadness. We experience the anger with you when you go through anger. We rejoice when there's something really good that happens in your human experience. And we hold you tight when there's been a loss and you're going through grief. The oneness is amazing. So feel into your evolution of your spiritual growth. Where are you now? Do you have more understanding? Is it coming home a little more clearly? That bond that we all have together? Doesn't it feel good to be enclosed so closely with those that you see every day? That's why it feels so good to come on here. That's why we don't want to miss one day. We don't want to miss one day of sharing with others what our human experience is so that we can all grow from it and evolve from it. And I just see the time and I see that we do need to get off of here. I love you all so much. Let's do our love fast. And I see your yeses. I see you understanding it. And thank you. Yes, Kathy, thank you to all for sharing your enlightenment. Marietta, absolutely one with our divine source of love. Beautiful. So let's do some love sharing before we have to get off of here. On the count of 3, you all know what to do. You know, to send out some gratitude, to send out some love, and that's what this is all about. It's about our soul evolution, our souls growing together, and this human experience. So here we go. 1, 2, 3. Thank you. I love you. And Charlie, you jumped in here. You sneaked in here while we were doing the prayers. Thank you for being here, Charlie. Rick, thank you. I love you. Sally, thank you. I love you. Deirdre, thank you. I love you. Marianne, Kathy. Kathy says, for me, this place is like going to Mass at church, but so much more meaningful. And Sally's lifting our vibration with a laugh. Sally says, this can only happen to me. By accident, I clicked off this morning show and a new video popped up. It was of 2 kangaroos in the wild mating. I am laughing so hard I can't even think straight. Thank you for that laugh. We all needed it. We needed the laughter. So Deirdre is taking us out with these beautiful words, and so is Rick Morrow. And now, doesn't that word namaste have a deeper meaning? When we felt into our oneness, and that's what namaste is all about. It's, yes, we are one inside of here, and I'm feeling into that oneness with all of you. So here we go. Namaste, y'all. I love you all so much. Stay blessed. We're doing a silent meditation at 11 o'clock Eastern time, which is about an hour away. So join us for the silent meditation this morning. Ruth will be here with me as we do that together. Thank you all for being here. I'll see you tomorrow.